opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go! You're mine!
Take this!
My aqua!
I'm not done!
By the
Demon
power
Fang!
of water! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Choice! Slash! You're mine! It's over!
By the power of water!
Here I come!
Magna Ray!
Severing Wing!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You got spirit!
Flame! Reload!
Win!
I'll fix you up! Let's give it a whirl!
I won't show you any mercy!
Now you'll learn!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Think again! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Die!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Reach this! Not good enough.
What are those things I sometimes see you chuck out in the middle of fights?
What? You mean my bombs?
Bombs? As in the things people use to clear out rocks? But I could have sworn I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because these aren't ordinary bombs. They're specially made ones filled with astral energy.
Okay. And why do you shoot the bombs after you release them?
It's a part of my strategy. The effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different astral element at them. It makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
One moment you're using powerful bombs, the next you're using powerful healing arts. They're kinda on the opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die, I'll be able to heal you using my arts.
I'll do my best to not die then. Guess this thing needs a different key to activate.
What could this be? Let's dispose of the trash.
Swallow Blade! Inferno Torrent! You're mine!
Here I go! I'm only getting started!
Here I come!
Insects should stay on the ground.
You're mine!
This is it!
You got flyers!
I've
I'm
got
not
this!
done!
Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Here I go!
No escape!
Primed and ready! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Right, here goes! You're mine! You're finished!
By the power of
Win! It's on!
They really don't give up, do they? I'm only getting...
You're mine!
Gemini Aqua!
No escape! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar. Get lost!
Slice! Right now!
You're mine!
Gemini Aqua!
Swallow blade!
Here, let me help.
Turret!
First aid!
I'm not done! Demon Fang!
Hey, go to hell!
Here I come!
Go!
You're finished!
You're lost! Searing flame!
Severing wind! Severing wind! Take this! It's over!
Die!
Mirage! No escape!
And again! I'm all done! Mega Ray!
You're mine!
Severing wind!
Here, let me help. First aid!
Die!
It's
Take this!
over! Here, let me help.
I'm not done! Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Sighted! You're mine! By the power of water! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
That's not your run-of-the-mill enemy. Blade!
Mega Ray!
Fly!
Power of water!
You're mine! Run!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Take this!
Burning
It's
sun!
over! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. We've reached our destination. This should definitely keep you guys full. We've reached our destination.
About that
Let's dispose of the trash.
You got spirit!
You picked the wrong fighter! Here I come!
Flame!
You're finished!
Reload! I'm out! Back into the fray! I never miss!
Here I come! Severing wind! Take this! It's over! You're on! You're mine! Here I come! I'm not done! Demon Fang! Severing wind! It's over! You're on!
Burning strike!
Here I come!
You're mocked! Searing flame! Well then, let's keep moving.
This area seems different.
We're getting close. Balseph should be right up ahead.
That's what I figured. Time to introduce ourselves.
Don't move, Balseph!
So the vermin scum you call kin stirred up enough trouble for you two rats to make it all the way to me, huh? What a pain in the ass. Although, it was pretty impressive of you to deliver it straight into my hands. The Master Core.
You really think we're here to hand it over?
Why, of course not. You see, I'll be taking it back no matter what you say. In any case, this is the end for you. You won't be getting out of here alive. The two of you were fools for coming here. Now die! A common thief believes she can usurp me? Don't make me laugh!
You can keep your accursed crown!
We're here to overthrow you and free the dead!
Spare me your weeping, slave!
I can't move!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Resuscitate! Ready to go!
I owe you one.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
He's like a brick wall.
But he's wide open when he's in the air. I'll shoot him out of the sky.
Make sure you don't miss.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Resuscitation!
I owe you one.
Damn slave!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Take
Mega Ray!
Take this! It's over! Mirage!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Shield! Now!
Think again!
We did it!
Just give it up, Balseph! By the power of water!
Try this! Infernal Torrents! You're mine!
There!
You're finished!
One more! Mega
Here I
Ray!
come! You're finished!
Gemini Aqua!
Here I come! It's over! You're mine!
Searing Flame!
Take
Reload!
this!
Here, let me help! First aid!
Stop trying to resist!
You're mine!
And again!
You're finished!
Back into the fray!
Here I
By
come!
the power of water!
Strike!
Here, let me help! First aid!
I owe you one!
Mega Ray! By the power of water!
This one's all mine!
Here, let me help!
Burn!
First aid!
I owe you one! You're finished!
There! Reverse this! Mega Ray! By the power of water!
Try harder!
Reload!
Take this! It's
By
over!
the power of water!
You're mine!
Gemini Aqua!
Take this!
Here's a healing... First aid!
I owe you one!
I'm only getting started!
Won't beat me!
Searing Flame! Reload! I'm out!
Strike! Try harder!
Back into the fray!
You're mine!
Mega Ray!
It's over!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Take this!
Take it!
Stupid and
I'm only get Searing Flame! Reload! I'm out! First aid!
Here I come! Take this!
Here, let me
You're
help!
finished!
First aid! Here I go! It's over! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! I can't heal you forever!
I'll be reclaiming that Master Core. A common thief believes she can usurp me? Don't make me laugh!
You can keep your accursed crown!
We're here to overthrow you and free the damned!
Spare me your weeping, slave!
Burning strike! Here, let me help! First aid!
I owe you one!
There! And again! Mega Ray! If it's in the sky, it's not!
He's like a brick wall!
But he's wide open when he's in the air. I'll shoot him out of the sky.
Make sure you don't miss!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss. Resuscitation!
Sheila, now!
Think again! Here's a healing arc! Just give it up, Balseph! I never miss!
Swallow blade!
Here I go! I only get
Infernal turret!
Reload!
Slice! Infernal turret!
I'm out of ammo! Back into
Try
the
this!
fray!
Infernal turret!
Searing flame! Reload! Here's a healing arc! First aid!
It's
A new lease on life. I'm out! Back into
You're
the
mine!
fray!
Try harder!
You wretches won't beat me! Take this!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning! Searing flame! Reload! Take it! It's over! By the power of Dragon's Weep!
Slice!
I'm ready!
Infernal turret! Burn!
Searing flame! Reload!
You're mine! You're finished!
You're mine! By the power of water! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out! I'm all stocked up! Gemini Aqua! By the power of water! Gemini Aqua! Here's a healing art!
This should do it!
First aid!
I owe you one!
By the power of water! Searing flame! Reload! Searing flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo! What?
Slice! Try this!
Searing
Infernal
flame!
Sheila! It's you and me!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Alphen. Alphen. Alphen! Iron Mask! Balseph's escaping. Come on!
Running from a slave, Balseph?
Know your place, insolent boy! Up here, I've got more than enough space to crush you. This time your mask won't be the only thing that cracks.
That is enough! energy. Not only that, it's alive!
Astral energy? From the spirit vessel? But wait, that was harvested for me! And that energy is supposed to be mine! It was the two of you! I knew it all along! And you'll pay! Meddling slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shia, watch out!
Reload! I'm out of ammo! Watch and sweep!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
This should do it!
I'm only getting started!
Yeah!
Gemini Aqua!
Swallow Blade! Try this! Infernal
Here, let me
Torrent!
help!
Out of my way!
I owe you one!
That monster's attacking! Look out! Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua! Take it!
Swallow
You're
Blade!
mine! Searing Flame! Reload!
Infernal Torrent!
Gemini Aqua! Searing Flame! Reload!
Stop trying to resist!
Watch and sweep!
Out of my
Searing
way!
Flame! Reload!
Yeah!
Searing Flame! Reload!
This one's all
I'm out!
mine!
I'm all stuffed up! Huh.
That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua! I'm all stuffed up!
Slash!
That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
Ready?
Here it comes! Down you go!
You really don't mess around!
Slash! Now, while he's down!
Flame of Fury! Burning
Here I come!
Strike!
You wreckers won't beat me!
Mega Ray!
Infernal Torrent! You're mine!
There! Help!
You're mine!
Ray!
You're finished!
Gemini
Here I
Aqua!
come! You're mine!
Out of
Let's
my
go.
way!
No, you can't!
First aid!
It's over!
Sight! You're mine! Gemini Aqua!
You're in trouble now!
Ah!
You filth!
Watch out! We need to stop him! Where are you going?
Here I come! Swallow Blade!
Here I go! You're
Infernal
mine!
Torrent! It's over!
By the power of
Take this! Mirage!
Mega Ray!
Take this!
Gemini Aqua!
You're finished! You're mine!
Burn, 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 burn! Burn it all to the ground! Die!
You're bruised all over. Did you even notice?
Guess I got carried away.
The crown contest is... Meddling slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shia, watch out! Try harder! My turn! Strike!
Searing Flame! Reload!
That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
Yeah!
To the fray!
Swallow Blade! Infernal Torrent!
Stop
Try
trying to
harder!
resist!
Gemini Aqua!
Now!
Here, let me help!
No
That
escape!
monster's attacking! Look out! Sight! You're mine! Gemini Aqua! Mega Ray! Gemini Aqua! By the power of water! Gemini Aqua!
Stop trying to resist!
I'm only getting started!
It's on!
Yeah!
Slash!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Infernal Torrent! Try harder!
Searing Flame!
Take this!
Reload! I'm out! Back into the fray! Gemini Aqua!
That fire monster's getting ready to attack!
Take it! It's over! Searing Flame!
Out of
Reload!
my way!
Swallow
Searing
Blade!
Flame!
Try this!
Stop trying to resist!
I'm out! That fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
Ready?
Here it comes! Down you go!
You really don't mess around!
Here I come! Now, while he's down!
Mega Ray!
You may be strong. I'll never face this it!
Power of water! There! Go! It's over! Searing flame! Reload! Mega Ray!
You wretches won't beat me!
Flame of fury! Burning strike! And again! Mega Ray!
That should do it!
Roger that!
Swallow blade!
You're bruised all over.
Stupid
Did you even
Swallow
notice?
blade!
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
Try harder! My turn! You're finished! Infernal kill! Here I come! It's over! Boy, this will all burn out!
Hear me! Flame of fury! There! Got it! Mega Ray! Back into the fray!
This time! Not a chance! You're finished! Take this!
Searing
You're
flame!
finished!
Out of my way!
Here I come! It's
By
over!
the power of water!
No escape!
Here, let
Take
me
this!
help! First
I
aid!
owe you one!
You're in trouble now!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Now what?
Watch out! We need to stop him!
Burn!
Mega Ray! By the sick one's mine!
Here I come! Swallow blade! Try this!
Flame!
Infernal
Reload!
torrent! Swallow blade!
Lunar
Try
blast!
this!
Back into the fray!
Infernal... You're finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
But why? Do you not possess the blood of a Renin? Why then would you turn against your own kind? It's always been the way of the Renin for the strongest to survive! And yet, you have allied yourself with a filthy Danon! You traitor! Tell me why? Why bring ruin and devastation to your own kind? Snakes like you should die!
A monster made up of astral energy? How do we even...
If his sword is made of astral energy as well, maybe...
did it. We brought down the wall.
Iron Mask, your face is exposed.
No. I remember it now. My name. My name is... Alvin!
Flames. I see. Flames. My name is Alvin. Where am I? What happened? The rage surging within me, fueling the sword. Where did it come from? This twisting fear that clings to me, holding me in check. The melancholic voice calling out to me. Who am I? Who was I? This is...
Wakey, wakey, sunshine. About time, too.
A week? You mean that whole time I was...
Out cold? Yeah. Just as well, too. When you blacked out, you were on your way to becoming a pile of ash. Shion's the reason you're still here.
Shion, you've healed me?
In case you'd forgotten, we've still got 4 lords to defeat. You dying would have only slowed things down.
What about Balseph's troops?
We've got him on the ropes. While you've been getting your beauty sleep, most of the remaining Renans have either surrendered or fled. You slaying Balseph was the catalyst we'd been waiting for. Thanks to you, Galagly is finally free. You have my gratitude. We couldn't have done it without you.
I just did what anyone would have done.
Forgive me. Alphen. It's good to finally see who I'm speaking to. Half of him, anyway. So, feel like telling us who you used to be?
I wish I could.
Memory's still giving you grief, eh? I see. Still, no sense in beating yourself up. You've remembered your name. The rest will come in time.
So, what happens now?
No, just everything. The realm may be liberated, but we're still destitute. You name it, anything and everything starts from scratch. But enough of that. You've just woken up. You should get a sense of the scale of what you've accomplished. Head over to the Gates of Fire and take a look at the view. It's a sight too many Danans died only ever seeing in their dreams.
The Gates of Fire.
I'll be your chaperone. Last thing we need is you tripping on a pebble and missing another week.
Remind me to laugh next time. I wonder if something happened.
Yes!
Nice. Got it.
Yes!
What? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What? I'm not so sure.
Right. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is...
Yeah. What?
Shion. Why do you keep people at arm's length? You're always trying to wave it off whenever someone's nice to you. Like with Tilsa just now. Why couldn't you just accept her gratitude?
Our interests just happen to overlap. I don't want people thinking I'm doing things to be nice when in reality they benefit both of us. All I care about is that we hurry up and defeat the Lords.
See? That's what I mean! You want to defeat the Lords. I may have been skeptical at first, but now I really believe you meant it. Yet despite that, you still took the time to help out those injured Danans, didn't you?
I did it because it was necessary and I got roped into helping out.
Is that the same reason you helped that kid in Balsef's castle? Because it sure didn't look that way to me. You've helped me too. Not just with my injuries, but by being there for me as well. Even though I can't feel pain, the injuries I get from using the blazing sword could probably kill me. That thought alone should be terrifying. But I know you'll always be there by my side, ready to heal me. It's because of you that I can wield the blazing sword.
Don't just close in on me like that! If you get any closer, you're going to set off my thorns, you know.
I was just trying to compliment you.
You were? What now?
Xion, your thorns! It's okay. I'll stop talking about it.
You will?
In any case, I'm just glad that you're the one who ended up with the Master Core. Thank you, Xion, for everything. Now let's go check out those gates of fire.
Really? I swear. You're bad for the heart.
Okay, off we go.
That blazing sword's turned out to be even stronger than I expected. With that much sheer power, elemental types are hardly a concern anymore. You can bring practically any foe down to their knees in a flash.
Don't count on me being able to pull off another Gates of Fire. That only happened because I had the help of that spirit vessel monster too.
Still, you did defeat Balseph with it, which means it can also take down the other lords. That's enough for me. Besides, if it was any stronger, your body wouldn't be able to handle it. Have you forgotten what happened after we finished off Balseph?
No, but aren't you scared of having that much power inside of you? Even a little?
Why would I be? Power provides opportunity. You don't expect me to simply throw it away, do you?
No, I get it. It's a good ace to have up our sleeve, that's for sure. I'll make the most of it. Well, as much as I can without becoming charcoal. I don't see any soldiers or their pet Zeugles. Just strays roaming around.
They must have split once Balseph kicked the bucket and they had nobody left to obey.
choice. Try this!
Hear me, flame
Infernal
of fury!
torrent!
Burning strike!
Demon Fang!
Come
You're
on!
mine!
I'll blow you to
It's over!
smithereens!
Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Take this! Together, that wasn't even a problem.
That monster that appeared from the spirit vessel, and the power inside the blazing sword, they're both born of the same thing. It's all astral energy harvested from the souls of dying Danans.
I suppose so.
And it was the Danans who gave their lives for today. Their power, after all this time, is what finally destroyed Balseph and his wall. By the way, what happened to all the energy that we released?
It's dispersing and spreading across Dana as we speak, finding its way back to where it belongs.
And all the energy the Renans have harvested? Where does that go? One Sovereign's decided, I mean. I wager they don't give it back, right? What? Can't tell the Danan that? Or about why you want to kill all the lords?
Oh, like you don't have anything to hide? The blazing sword. It's powered by the burning astral energy of the Master Core I possess. So why don't you explain how it manifested into the shape of that beast, Just how did you manage that?
How am I supposed to know? My memory's a complete blank, remember? Fine, be that way. It's not like we ever trusted each other any... She's still not awake?
Not yet. Her injuries aren't serious, but she's severely weakened. Must have been quite a fight.
There's nothing we can give her?
If only. What with the beatings we've taken lately, we're barely getting by on the little provisions we have as it is.
That bad, huh? If there are no supplies here, then... That's it. We need Doc.
Doc? The same Doc that took care of you?
Yeah, he's back in Mosgul. If anyone can help us, it's him.
In that case, would you mind asking for us? I'd go myself, but I'm tied up here for now.
Not a problem. Leave it to me. I wonder what that girl's deal is. Never imagined anyone would ever come from outside the walls of Calaglia.
It's really not that big of a deal. There are more realms out there than just Calaglia, you know.
Maybe it sounds normal to you, but I've been behind those walls for as long as I can remember. Of course I knew there was more out there, but it sure didn't feel like it when unscalable walls are trapping you in.
I hate to burst your bubble, but the rest of Dana isn't much better. The world's full of lords who are just as bad as Balseph.
I know. That girl must have had her reasons for coming over to our territory. Even so, it's nice to see there really is life beyond the walls of Calaglia. It might not mean much to you, but that's reason enough for me to be happy.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads. We've reached our destination. Way. And again! Magna Ray! By the power of water! Magna Ray!
Take this!
By the power
Severing
of
wind!
water!
Ha! It's over! Swallow blade!
Searing flame! Reload!
Infernal!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
We've reached our destination. Get lost! One more!
Try harder!
one's mine.
Now! You're mine!
By the power of water!
Win! You're mine! You're
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This could be useful.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Hear me! Flame
Swallow
of
blade!
fury! Strike! Gemini Aqua! By the power of water!
Slash!
Flame!
Try this!
Reload!
Infernal torrent!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
I know fine weapon material when I see it. We've reached our destination.
Yes!
How's this?
Very nice. Yes!
Sure.
So, different materials produce different weapons, each with their own respective properties.
We should probably move on.
Come to think of it, what's my sword made of? What material would it make sense with? Claws? Fangs?
In one ear and out the other. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads. We've reached our destination.
No choice!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Searing flame! Reload!
You're mine! It's all this one's all mine!
Flame of fury!
Burn!
It's weakened!
This ends
Here's
now!
the healing art! First aid!
Strike!
This could be useful.
We've reached our destination.
Right, here goes!
Searing flame! Reload! Magna ray! By the power of
Here I come! No escape! You're mine!
Magna ray! By the power of water!
I'm not done!
Take it! It's over!
You're mine!
Gemini Aqua! I know fine weapon material when I see it. We've reached our destination.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is. It's so quiet. From now on, no one is going to be whipped or killed here ever again. Hey there, Doc.
Who are you?
It's me, Iron Mask, though these days I go by Alphen. I finally remembered my name.
Alphen? I heard that was the guy who brought down Balseph. Wait, you're telling me you're the liberator of Calaglia? Our own Iron Mask? Of all the people.
I told you, I'm Alpha now. And I didn't overthrow Balseph alone.
Even so, that's no small feat you've accomplished. And you managed to get your face back, too. That woman with you, the Renin?
You know about her?
Only what I've heard from rumors. I wasn't sure I believed it, but now I suppose I must.
Doc, she...
Thank you.
You sure you should be saying that to a Renin?
I'm not saying it to any old Renin. I'm saying it to you, young lady.
I only helped because it was in my interests as well.
Of course, I would imagine as much. But that doesn't change the end result. The two of you defeated Balseph.
Thanks, Doc.
I should be the one thanking you. Anyway, I'm guessing you didn't come here just to catch up.
Right. We need your advice. We found a girl who's collapsed from exhaustion, and she needs medicine.
If she's that weak, she may need a nutritional boost. The herbs I have here won't be enough. Oh, have you tried searching Kirt Garrison?
No. We passed it on our way here, but...
With all the Renin soldiers gone, that place should be empty now. If we're lucky, maybe they...
Good idea. Kirt Garrison.